Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. In today's video, I have some amazing climb to share with you guys. I climbed with this team so far around 850 MMR. I started at around 2200 with this team. Now I'm at I think around 2900 now. I think 750 to be more accurate, not 850 MMR. And basically like 3 days worth of sets. Every day is like 250 climb, around that, plus or minus. So the team, as you guys can see, the team I made so many videos about it, but in this video specifically, why I'm sharing it even more, because there are two teams I'm focusing on. How to beat the Mir team, because I noticed that lots of people now started running this team, which is, I'm happy to see that people are copying whatever I publish. And how to beat Annihilate, because most of the people said that this team does not beat Annihilate, even though we have two Pokemons that are neutral to Annihilate. But one Pokemon takes super effective from the counter, but resists all the charge moves. Now some people will be like, oh, Annihilate runs Ice Beam. No, there is no Annihilate that runs Ice Beam. Maybe you will find one every 7 weeks. That's all you will find. Moveset is pretty much the same. Spark, Thunderbolt, Surf on Lantern, Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, Body Slam on Dragonair, and Dragon Claw, Crunch. Okay, not Brutal Swing. If you struggle against the Skarm, you can run Brutal Swing if you want. But as you can see, you will see today, Crunch debuff got me so many wins. I played this team on stream. I went to 20 and 5. Only 5 losses and 16-4. 4 losses in 4 sets. Without further ado, let's just go and start watching these battles and we will judge. First game, we have a Lantern Mir. I always expect the Mir team to be whenever I see a Lantern. So how do I play this? Usually, sometimes I stay in, sometimes I swap. Somehow I decided to throw a charge move here. So I'm going to shield this now. And I'm going to try to catch. Catching is pretty huge here, as I'm using my Dragonair to bait out whatever they have as like a Dragon Answer. And it's Umbreon. It's not a Dragon Answer technically. And I thought that they will insta-throw because technically I am in foul play range. So I'm like, maybe that they will do that. So now they are at back-to-back. +1 Snarl. So what's my play here? I'm just going to go Guzzlord, to be honest. Like, I resist the Snarl. The counter will add up and they are forced to throw last resort if they do have it. I'm gonna do one more. If they don't throw, I'm just going to throw, and I luckily I CMP'd them right there. So now it's going to be like whatever I have, it says whatever they have at the back, and they do have a Manta. Remember that we do have a move on our Lantern. I intentionally did not throw there, as I'm expecting them to catch and shield, so I did not throw. I made it look like that I let them catch this move, so I'm going straight Surf, as I know that Surf will do it on that range of health. So all I need now is just to shield and farm all the way down. Again, usually Lantern Mir, I either have a Skarm as a Dragon Answer, or they don't have an answer. So we see a Lantern in the lead. Again, I always expect the Mir team to be the team whenever I have Lantern lead, and if you see a Lantern lead, I try to catch the T-Bolt on Guzzlord. So they are staying in and giving me lots of energy, which I do love to see. And then they brought in the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is actually not bad into Guzzlord, especially when the Guzzlord is chipped. So what's the play now? Opponent through foul play. I don't know what's happening here. I'm assuming they choose the wrong Mandibuzz. I'm not shielding. I'm gonna do, I think, 3 then throw. No, I think 3 doesn't do me anything, so that's why I decided to do on 4, because I can live 2 fast moves at this point and get to a move, unless it's a Spark like that, and then I insta-throw the Crunch here, as it's not worth it doing one more, as I was afraid of fainting. I'm going to go Dragonair. I think shielding here makes some sense, because anything does, like, even a resist move does lots of damage to Dragonair. They do have an Empoleon, and that's why we decided to punish it with the Lantern. I am not going to nuke it here, as the Spark will do enough damage to kill it, and Empoleon doesn't have any way to chip the Lantern. I think the opponent is pretty much mad at this point, and they are just throwing these moves, but it doesn't do them anything. Like, this game is just GG. I am not shielding, and Lantern just bully the heck out of Empoleon. Like this is just a straight bad matchup. There is nothing they could do, while I can just chill. And that was another good game. Moving into the next battle, we have Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is probably the worst Pokemon by far against this team. And it's simple, like, you literally have to shield an Icy Wind, even though if you know it's Icy Wind, because there is no other, you don't have any other way of beating the Wiggly. It must be Lantern by itself. As you can see here, I'm going to build up some energy and then throw. They didn't shield, so now I'm just going to swap. I did one fast move for no reason. I'm not sure why. And here, the timing was ideal, but the game dropped a frame. And then that caused what you saw as they get a free move in. Here, I did something, which is I'm going to undercharge here. Because I don't want to take them out. Because if I take them out, the Whiscash will come in and farm me down. So I'm like, okay, I need to go Guzzlord and get an energy lead. And I need to get a Crunch debuff. If I don't get a Crunch debuff, I don't win. So I'm like, I need them to not get a Scald debuff. Stage number 1, they didn't get to get a Scald debuff. Stage number 2, I need to get a defensive drop. I did get the defensive drop. So I think there is a high chance I win this game. They throw another Scald. I think they had Scalding because, you know, I still have my shield, and look at that, I win, even though I am not supposed to win. But remember, this game was based off RNG. I didn't get a debuff, they got debuffed, okay? So the RNG was on my side in this game. A Lantern Mirror. Again, if you expect a Lantern Mirror, okay, something to mention here. If you see a Lantern Mirror and they swap in a Dragonair, which means it's the Mirror team, you do 2 Sparks, and then you go to Guzzlord. Why? The 2 Spark will prevent the Dragonair from doing enough damage to chip your Guzzlord. So, look at this. Why 2 Sparks? That's how I found the best way to play against the mid team. Why? That's how it works, okay? Just do it. So, look at this. I did 2 Sparks, went to Guzzlord. Now, look what's going to happen. Look at the health. Okay, I will leave with enough health, because if you do 1 Spark, you have to do another Dragon Tail. So if you do 1 Spark, they live there. So you have to do 2 Sparks. Look at this one here. So if you only did 1 Spark or you insta swap, they would live and they will have like literally 1 HP. By you doing 2 Sparks, the Dragon Tail will KO here, and then you leave with this amount of HP. Okay, that's why you guys subscribe to this channel so you can get the best plays. Okay. We get to this move, and now we're throwing in Dragon Claw. They will shield it 100%. I wasn't able to get my next move, but now all I need is basically chipping this Guzzlord, as I don't have any other way of beating it. Now at this point, I think I need to farm them all the way down with Lantern, because as you can see, I tried to catch a move, and now I need energy lead to be their own Lantern. They built their own Lantern, and now it's a race to whoever gets to 2 moves. And we get to the Thunderbolt. They get to the Thunderbolt now. It doesn't KO, and I should still be able to get to the move. And that was a very calculated gameplay, and that's how you're supposed to play against the Mirror. See, guys? Now the Dragonair will farm them down, and that's how you win. See? Simple team. Annihilate. How do you play against Annihilate? Build to the T-Bolt and always bait. But trust me, they should shield the bait if they want to win this. If they don't shield this, they lose. This matchup is fine even if you shield the Night Slash. So in this matchup, I featured this battle intentionally just because I shielded the bait, just to show you. Okay, so now if they shield the first, then you just go straight Surf. Why? Because if you do 1 more, it will be CMP with the Shadow Ball. So now I just swap out. They bring in a Dugong. So Dragonair has 1 job, baiting out the Dugong in case they do have it. What's the play here? Well, I need to get to this move off, which I did. And that was enough to take them out. Remember, since they double shielded, they were left without shields. Now they bring in the Annihilate, okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go Guzzlord here. Why Guzzlord? Because Guzzlord resists all of the charge moves that they do throw. Okay? They get the boost. This is annoying. I have to shield now. And it's a boosted Shadow Ball, which does lots of damage. And look at that. They do have a Bastiodon. Do you guys think we will lose? Do you guys think we will lose? Be honest. Look me in the eye. Do you think we will lose because they have Basti? Which destroys Guzzlord? What do you guys think? Yeah, do we top left? No! What if you get a Crunch debuff? If I get a Crunch debuff, the second Crunch plus couple Dragon Tails will KO. Look at that, we throw. Okay? Just because they have a hard counter doesn't mean you top left. Okay, chat, don't do that. There is always a way to win games, okay? Unless the game is unwinnable. And one Dragon Tail, we win with 1 HP, and that was an amazing gameplay. We get a 5-0 set, we get a Volibee, and now moving into the next battle. Lantern Mir. Again, if you see a Lantern Mir, assume it's the Mir, okay? So I'm just going to try to catch. Opponent had the same plan, but they do have a Gudra, and look at this. Look, do you see this? This wasn't a pose. This is the game just stopped working. See, I'm not touching the game. And you will see my Dragonair pausing there, which cost me 1 fast move, which means I no longer win this. So this is what we call it BS, okay? BS gameplay. The Niantic just robbed me there from 1 Dragon Breath. And you will see that that Dragon Breath will cost me the game. Look at that. They won with 1 HP. If I get my Dragon Breath, I win that. So sometimes there is nothing you could do. They bring in Guzzlord. So it's the Mir team with the except that they do have Gudra instead of Dragonair. What's the play now? Well, I need to chip this as much as possible. Then I need to farm them all the way down. So I'm going to shield this. I don't think they get to another move. They go to their own Lantern. I'm going to go straight for the crunch and pray for a debuff. I'm not expecting them to shield, to be honest. They did shield. I think we get the defensive drop. We get the defensive drop. So now this game is in a much better situation. All I need to do is just do 1, 2, 3. Wait, I actually let them take me out here. I remember now. I let them take me out here because I want to farm down their own Lantern. So my Lantern can get to a move onto the Guzzlord. If they farm me down, they will get to a move on me. So if you see here, I let them farm me down. And then my Lantern farmed them down to get to a move, and then the move was enough to KO the Guzzlord. That was what we call it, a professional gameplay. Okay. Ferraton is probably the worst Pokemon that this team could see, especially if they have something that hard beat the Dragonair. So I'm not going to shield here, and it's an Altaria. I think I lagged a bit here. Oh my, yeah, I'm supposed to get that move off, by the way. Now I need to shield. Oh my, dude, that was another lag. That was another lag right there. So yeah, I think this game is just a GG at this point because I'm supposed to get that move off and then I lagged a bit and they have a Scoldridge. Scoldridge, I think I am 1 behind and I think I miscounted, but the thing is that whatever I like, they still have a full HP Pokemon in the back. So we're going to do 1 then throw. I think I miscounted here. So I'm going to shield. Oh my, I was hoping the Dragon Tail KOs there, but it didn't. So unfortunately, we can't win this game. And that is it for today. Okay, moving into the next one, we have Annihilate again. So we saw this matchup a million times. Built to the T-Bolt, always surf. Okay. Opponent Kota move. That doesn't mean anything because I'm going to do 6 more Sparks and then to go to my own Guzzlord. So remember, if the opponent catch your move and you have a hard counter to whatever they caught on, the perfect play would literally be is build to your energy and swap before they get to a move. And what you saw there is that they caught my move, but I build again to the energy I lost, which is 6 Sparks worth of energy. And then I swap to my Guzzlord, which destroys the Lickitung. So now opponent shielded that, and I know I only get 1 move, so the play was basically try to fish for the defensive drop, which we didn't get, but it's not the end of the world. That doesn't do me anything. I'm not going to shield here, as I'm like, you have a Whiscash, and I know you have a Whiscash, so don't get to another Night Slash here. Please die with the move. Die with the move. Oh my, they get to the move. This is what we call DRE. They got the damage registration error. They were supposed to faint there, but they didn't faint because they got something, a new lag called DRE. Some people call it a new mechanic. It's not a new mechanic. It's just that's not how the game is supposed to function or work or whatever you may call it. But yeah, they weren't supposed to get to that move. Luckily, we still managed to overcome the lag and we won. Dragonair in the lead. I'm just going to go to my own Dragonair and hope that they do swap. Opponent actually played it smart, do 2 Dragon Breath, then swap, because now I will literally die before getting to the second move. If they usually do 1 Dragon Breath and swap, and that's what makes me get to a move with 1 HP. So if you look, I'm going to die right with the move. Now I'm just going to go Lantern, and I think I'm going to shield. I didn't shield here. I think I'm just banking all in on the Guzzlord. I'm not going to shield again. We go Guzzlord and we farm down. They brought in Dragon here and they transferred a Dragon Claw, a Dragon Tail, and then they threw on bad timing. So technically I got 2 free Dragon Tails worth of damage. Because of their because of their timing on swap and their timing on the move, and they do have a Whiscash in the back. This is kind of a scuffed matchup now. Shadow Whiscash is actually a good counter to Guzzlord. It gives Guzzlord like lots of pain. I'm just going to go straight Declaw at this point. I think I'm going for the crunch. And then I'm going to try to swap and throw the move. I'm expecting them to blindly throw, but I don't care, to be honest, as I can farm them all the way down if they decide to throw here. And I should KO them with 2 Dragon Tails. They did a good play by swapping to clear the debuff, but I still KO with 2 Dragon Tail, and that was it for today. No, that wasn't it. Bastidon. They swap into Wiggles, and I don't have a Wigglytuff answer, so I'm actually going to throw a, stay in, okay? So, step number 1, beat Wiggles. Step number 2, my captain SJ always say, deal with your problems one by one. So, problem, we have Basti, but the problem we're facing now is Wigglytuff. So, technically, we need to take care of Wigglytuff first, and then we will think about the Basti. So, what we do if they swap in Basti? Well, I have to farm this thing. They caught on Bastidon, so I'm going to swap out to Dragonair if I stay alive, but I'm not alive. So now remember that Wigglytuff has a move on the back. So what's the play here? The play here is just I need to leave with a move, so I have to be on top with counting. So remember, Bastidon gets a move in 7 on the Stone Edge, so I threw on 7, which was literally a CMP. So I'm going to get to 2 moves. And now I'm going to smash Aqua Tail as it looks more neutral to me to whatever they have in the back in case it's a Skarm. And then my opponent has a Victory Bell. I'm going to swap into Guzzlord. And there is the Wiggles. I do live an Icy Wind and a Charm. But, oh my, that Charm did so much damage. But that shouldn't do it because Guzzlord is just a fake. It's not just a simple tank, right? And the Crunch does it here. And that was the last set. I'm at 2867 right now. I started playing around with this team around 2150 or the 2200. So lots of MMR were climbed in the last 3 days, literally 3 days, okay? I know some people in my comments always say, Yasher, this team doesn't work in the lower MMR. This team only works at higher MMR. I literally simply used it from 2150. And now I'm at 2867 as you just saw. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much everyone for watching. And yeah, if you like the channel, make sure to leave if you like the video, make sure to leave a like. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.